So today we are here to talk about our new song, Sayonara, Bitch.
We are AAA Void, by the way.
Oh, yeah. AAA Void or Void. I watched someone's reaction who unironically wasn't sure. Someone was like AAA Void or AAA Void or Void. It's Sayonara, Bitch, our second song. It only took us like a year.
If not more. If not more.
Next time we should do like a year and a half and then 2. And then eventually we'll have an album when we're like 39.
Exactly when it needs to come out. It will come out when it needs to come out.
Yeah, the last song could be called Midlife Crisis.
The fourth one, you mean?
This song started, I'm pretty sure, with me going, I'm right now in this like Korean hip hop like craze. We should do something Korean hip hop. And then we needed like something to shout, like something that's like tough, and you went
Sayonara, bitch.
And I just couldn't stop laughing. Like I thought that shit was so funny. And I'm pretty sure I first made like a Sayonara, bitch, da ba da ba da ba da, Sayonara, bitch, da ba da ba da, and that sucked.
I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. That was pretty mid, but I got the idea.
Yeah. It was mid, but it was like, okay,
We're cooking.
Well,
we're
yeah,
cooking.
you'll
we
be
still need
cooking.
ingredients, but we're cooking.
Like I was thinking I want fries with a burger. I kind of messed it up, and you then started with like a real
burger.
with a
Hell
real
yeah.
burger. Yeah, because you then sent me like the Sayonara, bitch, like a chorus start almost.
Yeah.
You had like the little pum 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 kind of synth and
I think my first iteration was just the rap on like a free YouTube beat, just to give you the idea.
Yeah, something like that. But I just remember thinking like, fuck, you already like got rid of my hook.
I mean, it was still fundamentally the same idea. It was
just way better.
Should I apologize?
No, yeah. And so then from there we were like, all right, so now we have like a great rap hook. Let's now make the rest of the song.
I think there were a couple of specific artists and tracks that we agreed. Yeah, that we. But I mean,
agreed to steal.
Just like Picasso said, the good artists copy. What was it again? The good artists
Copy and the great artist Suno, I think.
that was it. That was it. Picasso.
So basically we were driving to this tattoo appointment of mine, and you put on Disembodied Tyrant.
Oh yeah,
And
I think you discovered them then.
Yeah, that's when you first showed me. And I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest shit of all time.
Finally.
You know, let's put it in No, no, like this was so fucking sick. And we were like, I want to do something.
People are really gonna think that you're using Suno for writing.
No, but it is like, you know, at this point everyone's fucking talking about it. We might as well make fun of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's when I thought we need to have something really deathcore, because that is just the coolest shit ever, and it doesn't matter that we're not really a deathcore band or whatever. It's just too cool. We had to include it. So that's when we had this crazy deathcore part and a Korean hip hop chorus.
No, but I think the
Make sure to like.
I need to speak in the Pikachu.
Yeah, you need to speak in. This was your idea, by the way. Again, like genius.
I mean, I love the Pikachu.
This one, I've had so many people on like my Pokemon channel
I
going.
think it's my favorite Pikachu so far.
Yeah, this Garchomp fit is hard as hell. It's like I bought it, I think 7 years ago in Japan or something. It's pretty rare now, actually. Investment.
It's a collector's,
Yeah.
Buy early.
S&P 500 or Garchomp Pikachu. I mean, make your choice.
And then afterwards came the extreme outro ID, but
Oh yeah. So we had this like crazy deathcore outro, because my idea was like, what if we do the longest growl of all time?
Yeah.
You know, in the song. I was like, I want the longest growl of all time. And so you then wrote like this weird ass fucking crazy kind of outro. And we did the long ass growl. And it was like, it doesn't hit quite as hard as I wanted it to.
Uh-huh.
And you also didn't think it hit that hard. So you started doing this weird, like, all right, I'll start with a long growl and then this weird big squeal, false chord.
yeah. What is the most disturbing shit you can come up with?
Mm-hmm.
And so, Disembodied Tyrant, I'm a huge fan. Blake, if you ever see this, props to you. But
If your dick is a little bit dry, there's always one mouth.
Yeah. I got a lot of inspiration of like most of the breakdowns of Disembodied Tyrant with a very EDM approach to arrangement and mixing. And also, I don't know if you've never played Dark Souls. I don't know if you've ever listened.
Any game that requires like reflexes,
Skills.
skill or reflexes, I'm just out, you know. If it's thinking, sure, I'll enjoy some Pokemon strategy shit, but if it's fast, nah.
It also has a meta. It also does, but it also has like a micro.
Yeah, then I'm fucked. Like I when I play Overwatch, I am gold. Okay, I'm like,
Really?
yeah. Do you know
quite-
gold?
yeah.
Gold is not. Good.
I don't know. I thought gold as in like.
Oh no, golden? No. Like
that's really bad.
no,
Okay.
it's like bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamonds.
So there's people worse than you.
There are. There in fact are. I think the elderly.
Okay, we got off track. You've never played Dark Souls,
No.
but some of the soundtracks in there have a lot of gliding choirs, like, and then some of them have like pitch bends up and pitch bend down and so on at the same. I have a little list because I have my.
It's so hot.
It's so hot. Because I have my aligners in.
I get turned on by DSers.
By the yesers.
And you're like a good DSer. I'm like, oh baby. Yeah.
I think the main idea of the outro was to make like a very slow breathing thing, like, and have like little spaces of air, and then, but also to make it whenever it's like exhaling, to make it feel like, when the fuck is it going to stop?
Yes, exactly. And the thing was like, at first the idea was, okay, we just keep this growl going throughout, but it just didn't work that well, so we gave up on the
We
longest
split it
growl.
in two growls where like there was one breath where.
Yeah, and it made the impact just way better.
And it made it so much
We'll have
better.
to do the longest growl of all time on another song.
Yeah. I still have some time to practice. Or we find someone that can do the longest growl. Who's out there? I think Will Ramos or some shit.
Yeah. At first, the goal was for this track to have like a big deathcore vocalist to feature, but everybody hates us, so
We'll just have to get better.
yeah, it's true. We just have to get like so big, and then they'll have to beg us.
At some point, and I think that's really hard, is I put a polyrhythm trap part, like dun dun.
Oh yeah.
And that's like, it's like a polyrhythm because it's not in the same signature as the main breakdown. And
Okay,
that throws
nerd.
it off, but makes it like, that's my opinion. I think it's hard as fuck.
People used to be beat up for that in high school, you know.
What did you call me? Polly what? Your mom. Now we started with the outro.
Yeah, I mean, I think we straight up went like chorus, then verse 1, outro.
Yeah, and then we decided to add a bridge.
Oh.
After the video.
Oh
was
yeah,
made.
that's true. Okay, this is pretty important actually. Okay, no, before that, the deathcore part actually swapped scales a bunch of times. I don't know if you remember this, but we were in my previous studio, like more like my bedroom studio in Vilvoorde, and that deathcore part, we were like, oh, we want it to be melodic. We'll change it to the metalcore scale, which is like, you know, like 0, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. And for some reason, because I have the footage in the behind the scenes, for like half an hour, we were like, hell yeah, this is way better. We were cooking on the metalcoreified version of that deathcore part. And we were like, yeah, okay, we keep on going. And then like, for some reason, after half an hour of wasting our time, we were like, let's try the deathcore part one more time. We were like, this is just so much better. So that was a nice waste of time. But then we did end up using that like metalcore vibe in verse 2.
Yeah.
So in verse 2 we used it. Then we had the chorus again, and that's where the song ended.
Yeah.
Right? So the song was done. I flew to Japan, recorded the music video,
And then we realized
and then we realized
it's a little short.
it's a little short song, you know? Yeah, let's add a bridge. We're like, all right, which artist do we Suno now? Okay, people are straight up gonna think we're Suno. But no, which artist like are we also inspired by? I'm pretty sure it was straight up just like a little bit Linkin Park.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Suno cannot shit out the shit.
No.
Anything like-
Suno absolutely cannot. And also on the behind the scenes, you can literally see like the steps of shit we went through. But
But also, if you try it, like, you could never spit out.
no, I mean
stuff
we
that we're
we could
making.
literally go on a tangent right now. I have tried to make Suno not ass, and it just doesn't work.
It can make the most generic shit ever.
Yeah. If you tell it like, here's the discography of All Time Low, and you have like fucking 60 songs to feed off, it will give you a very digital sounding All Time Low song with weird as fuck melodies, but it will never sound like a real song for some reason. Maybe someday it will, but for now it feels really unusable.
And it's super inconsistent.
Yes, that's also a thing. I have tried to make it like write vocal hooks, and just every time it's like jumping around as if I think what happens is it creates like this snapshot, right? And so it's predictive. Like all the LLMs are always like predicting what the next word has to be. So they give you a word, predict the next word, give you a word, predict the next word. And because it's predictive, it's always building off what just came. And so it will give you like note 1. And then what would make sense to follow from note 1, note 2, okay? Yeah. But then it only thinks what makes sense following from note 2, so it gives you 3, but 3 makes no sense in context of 1. It gives you 4. It can
only look back so much and look ahead so much.
And so like it feels like there's no consistency. So like this is my kind of shit talking like always customer support, like bitch, make this better. Make this better. No, but like that's actually the good thing about it is I think right now it sucks that like you can tell every time.
Yeah. So we still have
to write
to our skill writing skills. So.
Yeah, we have to write for some reason super fucking lame. One day I can kick Arno and then soon Oju will just work. But okay, the tangent aside, we had the bridge. We were like, fuck it. It needs to, push. We're a little bit inspired by Linkin Park. I think if anyone actually listens to Linkin Park, they might even notice the transition.
People that listen to the first 2 albums will obviously notice.
Yeah.
The little Easter egg. Yeah, I would say Linkin Park is pretty much the biggest source of inspiration for every music we ever make.
I'm pretty sure also just inspiration for all the musicians right now.
Indeed. For all the musicians that we're inspired by and for our own inspiration.
Yeah, like I think every musician that is in this genre between 27 and 37 is probably right now
absolutely
inspired by Linkin Park in some way.
Or is wrong.
Or is just lying. Like they could be lying. If you weren't like 14 years old going, she left me, I'm gonna play Breaking the Habit. They're like, you're just lying. It's that easy. Oh, I guess like a pretty general inspiration is also Falling in Reverse.
Obviously.
Yeah, because I think like the whole like rap, metal, rock, orchestral, like putting them all together is a pretty Falling in Reverse thing to do. Yeah. So much so that we
a blend of genres around metal.
Yeah, exactly.
Metal, hard rock, whatever.
Yeah. So we were like, all right, who's gonna edit our vocals? Let's just take their guy. So at one point we hired Callaghan, otherwise known as Charles Masabo, to edit some of the raps as well, because like we are both like pretty much metal guys, and so when I started editing raps, you might think you know how to edit because it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna time a line or whatever, and that'll be it. But if you listen to rap a bit more deeply, there's so many ad libs, sometimes even ones that aren't obvious, just like a little or that has nothing to do with the raps.
Come again.
Yeah, those. You're just not, on my level yet when it comes to this, so you haven't heard it. But yeah, so like he would do the rap editing, and you will notice like the quality is up there. Maybe not my performance, but the editing, the editing is up there.
Putting the stress on the right parts. It's not just the ad libs offbeat, but it's also like when there's doubles and quadruples and stuff.
Yeah, and also like, I'm gonna add another layer, I'm gonna pitch it down, I'm gonna add all this fucking distortion to it, but it's not gonna be overpowering. Like it's really fucking hard to do that well. So yeah, big shout out to him. Callaghan is fucking goated. And he does work for Falling in Reverse. They make sick ass music. Oh, Joost van den Broek did some cool orchestral rework. I think the orchestral melodies were mostly always there, but there's like a big difference between violin plays thing and brass plays a chord, and then going like, oh yeah, and then I'll have like this counter movement with the woodwinds doing the this and the that, like, or making the choir sound like insane instead of just fine. So yeah, big shout outs as well to Joost. He does work for like Powerwolf, Sabaton, Epica, all the biggest European orchestral acts basically. I recorded me reacting to the first time he sent it over. But of course, like he put the orchestras like way too loud to show like what they sounded like, and so I thought I was literally listening to like Pirates of the Caribbean OSTs. I'm like, oh my
The new
god.
Hans Zimmer has a lot of guitar in it.
I can't hear guitar. Yeah, maybe we could talk about this in the first two versions of the mix. You were like, I want to hear more guitar and less orchestra. I was like, fuck you. It's hard because like you're trying to make your vocals cut, you're trying to make your synths cut, you're trying to make your orchestra cut and your snare, and you're like,
I mean, Disembodied Tyrant does it like...
yeah, but I would argue their orchestras aren't that big.
No, that's true.
They turn them way down. They're like a little ethereal pad almost usually.
Yeah, it's mostly drums.
Yeah. But they are sick. They're fucking sick.
They really blew up this year.
Yeah, you were right.
I was right. I listened to them when they had like what, 20k views on their, or 20k listens on their...
Mr. Hipster over here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna hipster on this. I spotted them before the interview with Nick Nocturnal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's after that, suddenly they spiked the fuck out. It's just like Mirar.
We should have an interview with Nick Nocturnal.
We should.
We should bribe him.
Yeah.
Nick is not watching this. He doesn't know what's coming. I'll send him a check. You know what would be the funniest shit? We say this, and then somehow the songs start doing so well that in a year we get like like a talk with Nick, and then they go like, "See, they paid for it." Don't clip this. You don't get the right. By watching this far, you have revoked your right to clip the fact that we will bribe Nick Nocturnal.